So, hi everyone. I had recorded a card opening video, and I was really happy to open the cards that people had sent me over the past month, and I was really excited to finally open them. I was just stockpiling these things. I still had well over 100 packs of cards. As you can see here, I have a cork board, which is one of my many nicknames. And that's kind of a new thing, is just putting all the random pins and stuff that I have on this corkboard. Anyway, I made this video, and the audio just didn't work. What do I mean by that? Well, hi. That'll be at the end, but we're gonna open some cards. Yeah, so it was like that pretty much the whole video. Like, actually, all of the video. And there's really not much we can do to fix the audio. So, as a result, this is what I'm doing. I'm rewatching the recording, and I'm going to do commentary over it, and then it will be cut in later. So, thanks, XSplit. By the way, this has made me switch to OBS for local recording, because XSplit not only ruined my audio, but the file size for this 2-hour and 20-minute video was 40 gigs. So, XSplit gone. Finally happened, huh? Alright, well, I'll do the best I can to talk about some of the cards I opened. But essentially, you know, I just had tons of cards, and I figured I'd owed it to people that sent them to me to open the cards. Like my previous ones, it's just kind of me choosing at random, and it's just all kinds of stuff. I still have, even after this, probably, God, a full box worth of cards, and I didn't even open the William Shatner Tech War packs. I also said in this video, this was going to be my first video back, but I was just saying, you know, thank you for watching all these years, thank you for the well wishes and appreciation, and that, not sure if I'll be streaming, haven't made any decisions about when, and therefore I'm just gonna work on some videos every now and then because I'm taking a lot of time for myself. And if you watch my RimWorld video, at the end of that, there's an update. So here are the Final Fantasy cards, which I ended up really liking. I had to switch the camera to manual focus because autofocus was just trash. The Final Fantasy cards were the biggest surprise of the night, and I'm probably going to repeat some of the commentary, but essentially they had the best texture, and I recognize the characters. That said, I started with Muppets, and as I explained, there are no cards of Muppet that you could get that would make me sad. For some reason, those brightly colored pieces of felt, like, directly stimulate my dopamine. So there's trivia. I mentioned that this Muppet had always, the face always freaked me out. And also that this is, you know, everything is groovy. This character's pretty groovy, man. Take a look at the quotes. Like, for sure, peace, love, crystals, and like granola. But yeah, there were takes on like classical art in Muppet form in these cards, which I thought was kind of neat. And you can see on the back, you get some trivia, so you can learn while you enjoy brightly colored felt. And Miss Piggy owns a gallery, clearly. This is my Muppet, like, spirit animal. I mean, think about it. New York rat with pizza. That said, I've been watching The Sopranos a lot, and I'm on season 5. And from what I've learned from that show is you want to be from New York, you want to enjoy pizza, but you don't want to be a rat. But then again, in that show, people get whacked for less, so... there's Miss Piggy as Mona Lisa, I believe. This, I love this because it is awful. I never in my life thought I would see two naked marble Muppets making out. But this is the world we live in now. And I also mentioned that I might want to pin that to the corkboard. Because some of the cards I got were pretty astounding. Statler and Waldorf, professional hecklers. I think here I made this is the most weird thing. But here I made a joke about how the favorite movies, none. Favorite TV shows, none. Favorite songs, none. And I was going to say, remind me of internet. Favorite game, none. So... the Final Fantasy TCG, I remember having seen those a couple times in stores, and Square even promoted them at conventions. I had never opened a pack because the card addiction is fairly recent. And in the case of the Final Fantasy cards, I actually really enjoyed them. So the texture on the cards is really, really good. And if this was to be a TCG that would last 20 or more years, I was commenting that the backs of the cards look nice and simple. So you have Warrior. Now, I don't know how to play this TCG, clearly, but I do recognize many of the elements and characters from the world of Final Fantasy, which makes me enjoy the cards quite a bit. I have no idea if this TCG is going strong or doing well, or if it's in the trash and dead and gone. I have no idea. Warrior of Antiquity. Here's a Capricious Thief. That's Zidane, as I always call him, from Final Fantasy IX. So I was pretty happy about getting that card. It's a little Viking dude. There's the holo, or it's not even really a holo card, really. I mean, it's just sparkly. It's Yang from Final Fantasy IV, right? Is it 4? I didn't know last night either. Yeah. Yes, it is. Milli Vanilli. Venile? Adramelech, the Wrath. So some of this stuff I don't know. And Edward from Final Fantasy IV. As many of you know, if you've watched my streams, I've only played Final Fantasy IV. Never finished it. One day would maybe like to go back to it. I finished Final Fantasy VI many times, love it. Love 7, love 8, love 9. 9's my favorite. 10, I've played once and enjoyed it. Didn't love it. I think I would if I played it again, though, because there were so many things in that game that I didn't love the first time around. I think I would enjoy it. But that's it. I haven't played any of the other Final Fantasies. I mean, Crystal Chronicles, sure. Zero Heroes. So you can kind of tell when the cards go into like gross territory. You can just tell by the name or the cover or the wax paper or the year. If it's early 90s, expect boogers. Again, most of these cards I got from the audience. They sent me all this stuff to my P.O. box. I have no idea where they got it. Maybe local comic book stores. For me, I was getting my crusty cards a place in Brooklyn, and then also a vending machine. Yes, a supermarket vending machine was selling old weird cards, but I haven't bought any in a while. So there's Commander Clown. I consider Commander Clown for the corkboard. And you can see there's a substance coming out of that flower. I don't know what that is. It's speaking of substance, they say it's cement, but I think the joke I made, joke in quotation marks, was cement. Yeah. You can see my exasperation. Here's Video Boy. Like, what is this art? Jet Boy. And yeah, the gum was stuck there. For those that want me to try the gum, I have in previous videos. It tastes like mold, nothing, and cardboard, and it turns to dust in your mouth. So not good. No bueno. Would not recommend. Do not eat gum from 1980. Even 1990. Now, here I am devising this idea of some of these cards may in fact go on the corkboard. And I already actually have some. I added a couple. I won't say which ones. Also, here's some cards that a couple of you may recognize. If anyone wants to purchase them. The markup will be 500%. The usual Pokemon Shining Fates prices. Yes, there are Pokemon cards in this. That's later. People, I guess, sent me cards because, and I don't even know who sent some of them. But they thought it would be maybe nice for me to cheer me up, and it was much appreciated. I also bought a couple and stockpiled them for the opening. Some I've found at retail, which was nice and also rare. But yeah, thank you. I mentioned I don't know who sent me all of this stuff because my brain has been very scrambled the past couple of weeks. As you can imagine, I've been a little out of it, and therefore I just would like to thank whoever sent me these cards and well wishes. It was very, very kind. This is where I commented that that gum was just an awful shape. Really terrible. So thank you if you sent me anything, and I'm sorry I don't 100% have a list of people because it's just brain scramble spaghetti. But I was pretty happy about the Raiders of the Lost Ark cards. The thing is, it's these again. It's the movie cards, the usual. So that is one of the cards that I was thinking about putting on the corkboard because you need Harrison Ford on the corkboard. Just saying. But yeah, Indiana Jones, I'm a big fan. And even if these are just lazy cards, they're still cool to have. Raiders is like in my top 5, I think, or top 10 movies of all time. The chase, it's a good scene. Here's the diarrhea, where I think everybody, I explained that on the set of this movie, I think in Morocco they were filming, I think, most of the cast and crew got, like, dysentery or diarrhea or something, malaria? God, I should know this, but Spielberg didn't because he was eating, like, SpaghettiOs. He brought, like, cans of like, SpaghettiOs to the location. But Harrison Ford was supposed to get into a sword fight. It's a famous fact. And instead of doing the sword fight, he was like, "Can I just shoot the guy?" And he shot the guy instead. And it's like a famous scene. Indy giving a lecture. Marion Ravenwood dead. Snakes. I hate snakes behind a glass partition. And the arc is opened. One of the, I was mentioning the lighting there. I'm still upset that XSplit is making me do my commentary again. Silly CDs? I thought this was Topps because they made the wacky packages, but I don't know anymore. I don't remember. But there's a whole market for like parody cards, and this is from, I believe, 2001. So some of the information that I'm reading off camera, I'm gonna have to try to remember. But yeah, 2001. Gadzooks. So some of this I remember being very upset and peeved about because there's nothing really on the back of the cards, and in some cases you just get cards that need to be combined with other cards so you can fully enjoy them. But yes, Poop Dog. Poop Dog. Once again, Poop Dog. This is the checklist. Backwash Boys? Yeah. Yeah. This is, The Chaw. We shall spit free. Spitting after midnight. Dixie spitting, learning to spit again. Spittoon Tunes. It's just spit humor. It's a new subgenre. Assorted commentary. Then I found, this. Some wacky packages. 3D. This is one of those things that I saw at a comic book store and I had to get one. And as I remember, this was a tremendous waste of plastic. It's just plastic within plastic within plastic. So it's like, take your pick. Do you, well, waste, you know, just too much plastic. Too much card or too much plastic. So there's, that's the joke, is that they're miniature items. Like Gloom toothpaste. I never realized that these things were as popular as they were, and apparently wacky packages started in like the 60s, I think. But each one is individually wrapped for your pleasure. Old Spit. See, I told you, it's a new subgenre of humor. Wind Hex. Yep. Trust me, it doesn't get much better than that. If you're not laughing at wacky packages, then you won't laugh at the next wacky packages. I'm sorry to say. Blunder Bread? Build your body just by lifting package. One of the things I noted during this video was that eventually my neck really starts to hurt because I had to read some of this on my monitor, and that was to my left, so it would be just, my neck would be craned left, and then after like an hour and a half I started really noticing it, and even today I still feel like I have a little bit of a sore neck because this little table was at my like knee level, and so if I were to read the stuff by like hunching over, it would have been even worse. But yeah, there's a promotional pamphlet. I thought this was all wacky packages. It's just tons of stuff. It's just tons of random shit. It's just advertising whatever random product. And there's the full collection of wacky package product, like Cram and Awful Bits. Hungry Jerk. I mean, the fun never really ends with wacky packages. It's just so fun. It's so fun. Sneeze It. Well, here's a use that I can think of for these items. if you're a model maker and you want to make a Death Star or a little spaceship and you need greebles, it's a real word, you can look it up, and you need additional detail and just whatever random stuff, you can paint these or use like spray paint and just attach them to your fake Death Star. So if you need to kit bash to create your own models, that's one way to do it. So this is, I mentioned something about brain, like my brain yacht. I mean, I don't remember what it was, but yeah, some brain shit. Doodle Wonkers. I think I've opened a pack of Doodle Wonkers on stream before. It's a sentence that I thought maybe, you know, I wouldn't have to say, but I believe I've opened the Doodle Wonkers. Add pictures to discover the name of the president's home state. So it's, Arkansas? Huh? What does a chicken have to do with... I don't know, I don't get it. I'm not smart. Brain. Like I said, brain. But, yeah, there's a weird thing. So that, I didn't understand that, but apparently that's how you make one of the things. You make a Doodle Wonker. You put the stickers. Now, normally, you would be hearing sound effects. You know, you'd be hearing, like, packs opening and, you know, just some, like, cardboard against cardboard. But because the audio sounds like this, I should get fully formed Doodle Wonkers in my cards. It's... yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is. Circle the number that tells how many players are shown. That's the kind of audio quality that would have been present this whole time. That's a fun game. Look at the number of things and then say the number of things and circle it. It's a maze. I mean, maybe for the age of 5, Doodle Wonkers would be a good set of cards. In any case, it's little activity set Doodle Wonker. That's really all it is. As for the audio of this video, tried running it through some EQ and stuff. Oh, this is just one box of cards that was sent by one person. So after I did my last opening, I went to my P.O. box and I saw there was that, and there's like 30, 40 packs of cards just from one person. Thank you, person. I forget who you are. Brain scramble. But that was very generous. A lot of X-Men cards in there, though. For example, I guess I didn't show the cover. My brain... I guess I thought I did, but I didn't. But Professor X is a wizard. I noted that that was weird Halloween art. And, yeah, you got a quote there and everything. And... Sugar Man. Like, I know the X-Men have been around a while, but did we really need to arrive at Sugar Man? So you get to learn more about the origins, X-Men, Sugar Man origins. There's Phoenix. That's one character I know that isn't dressed as a wizard. And I was wondering if that card came from a mainline comic. X-Man, Age of Evolution. Having like 7 or 8 packs of X-Men cards is not... it's just lost on me. Like, I don't really know who these characters are very well. I know the movies. As I was saying, yeah, I tried applying some EQ, some noise removal, noise reduction. Johnny and I both tried, and it was just nothing. Just the audio is, like, the crust is too powerful. And it was all XSplit. We'll get to them. I said we'll get to the Pokemon cards eventually, and we'll get more coughing and Ball Guy. And oh boy do we. Boy howdy. So this XFL football thing, you get 4 cards, and what you do is they're like fake table football teams, and then you get a football that you can flip around the table. I played table football, I guess, when I was a kid. Never thought there would be official, non-official leagues and actual product, but here we are. Learn very much things when you open cards. Lord of the Rings Tower Draft Pack. 29 card booster pack. I believe my commentary was something like, I've never seen a booster pack with this many cards before. Granted, I haven't been collecting cards for a long time, and last time I did, I was a kid, but 29 cards in a booster pack, it's a little excessive. And I was hoping that I would get Aragorn. Uruk Defender. Oh, this is me now talking about what I'm using as a light, which is this little thing I got from Amazon, the forest itself, actually. Found it just, you know, buried. And you can press the button and you get different forms. That's the Gordon Ramsay semen detector. It glows in the dark. And it also has intensity modes that are pretty goddamn bright. Like, so bright, in fact, that on the highest setting, it will turn itself off after a certain amount of time. Because it'll wear out the battery. But that said, on medium like settings, this thing lasts like 100 hours or so, something like that. Dozens of hours, I forget. But it's good. I just diffuse the light with a napkin. Very professional setup. Uruk Defender. Uruk-hai Patrol. Uruk-hai Marauder. Uruk Besieger. Uruk Stormer. This is where I started losing faith in the cards, because I kept getting Uruk-hai. Like, attack on Helm's Deep is cool. Uruk Stormer, Uruk Besieger, Uruk-hai Marauder, Uruk-hai something, Uruk-hai Defender, Uruk Rearguard, Orthanc Warrior. Like, it was just fucking smelly orcs the whole time. But then I got Mithrandir. Mithrandir, it's an event. It's Gandalf. I was gonna say the face on Ian McKellen here just kind of made me laugh a little bit. Under the Living Earth, I think. Yeah, that's Gandalf and the Balrog fighting and falling through the Misty Mountains. So there's like a little story being told here. Long I Fell. I don't know how random these cards are, but there's Gandalf the White. There he is. So I was pretty happy about that card. And I got Aragorn, which is really all I wanted. Anytime I've opened Lord of the Rings cards, I just wanted damn Aragorn. There he is. Defend It and Hope. Boromir's Gauntlets. A company of archers. The archers that aren't actually in the book at that moment in Helm's Deep. Best Company, this is when the dwarf Gimli drives his axe into the nervous system of an orc. Maybe, I think. It twitches, yeah. Search Far and Wide, this is them looking for Merry and Pippin. Best Company again, some duplicates. Just Gimli eating. Gimli. Merry. The chin on that lad. Warmed up a bit. So there's like kind of almost a little bit of a story to those cards. And it's all in generally the same area of the movies. But yeah, that's a lot of cards. 29 cards in a booster pack. Can't get over that. This is where I show the cards that one of the people was generous enough to send me some loose cards they had. And I was laughing about how Anduril was specifically shiny and nothing else was, aside from the border art. It's kind of cool, also a little weird. Denethor, whose tomato eating disturbs me more than any gore Peter Jackson has ever committed to film. Toss me. Toss me. Gandalf again. King of the Dead. Shelob. Grishnak. Love the orc makeup and prosthetics. So yeah, those are good Lord of the Rings cards. As opposed to that weird boat game that I had purchased. So here's me opening one more pack. It's only 11 cards in this one. So there's the backs of the cards, which are pretty nice. It's got the elven ring writing. There's the hall. Rocks of Aemon Mule. I don't remember if that's where Smeagol assaulted Sam, or just one of the many rock outcroppings where that happened, but spied from above. Gate picket. We left none alive, Eomer and the Rohirrim. Here's, Wisp of Pale Sheen. That was another freaky scene in the movie. The dead marshes. I don't know why I was pointing to it. You know, listen. I didn't know I was gonna get Treebeard. I just kind of assumed maybe he would be in the pack. But Treebeard's a good pull. Smeagol's a good pull. This also was one of... You see how he's looking up at the ring? That's how he is on my corkboard right now. So I went and did that. I moved the ring to the right a bit. I rearranged some stuff, and now Smeagol is constantly looking up at the ring. Gate Sentry and, what's this card? Yeah. Merry hanging out with a tree. Overall, pretty good cards. I know Lord of the Rings stuff, so I like them. Or creature.
What's dangerous?
Battlefield Earth, look for John Travolta autograph cards, limited to 200. Wait until you see what I got from this pack of cards. How much do you think the John Travolta autograph is even worth? Could you imagine? So much. So here's where they have the head. They're carrying around the head of the thing. Kerr tries to blackmail Turl. Yes, this movie must be seen to believe. So yeah, no, I didn't get the autograph card. But I got the character named Turl that John Travolta plays, who feeds rats to humans because he thinks that they're their favorite food. This is a movie, excuse me, that I think they were banking on being a huge hit, and they were like, let's get some cards, maybe we'll get some merch. It's a hit. It's a hit on the head. Go watch it. But it's good. It's a good bad movie is what I mean. You can watch it. It's funny. Every angle is tilted. It's a Dutch angle, like smorgasbord. And the acting is horrendous. The Spy Who Shagged Me Austin Powers cards. Now, I mentioned that I had learned about Austin Powers TCG. I watched a video about how not to make a good trading card game. And one of the tenets of this was, you know, not to have cards that are divided like this. So there's good and bad. And you can only use the good guy cards or the bad guy cards. So that also is one of the things that can kill a TCG. But I appreciate the effort that went into these cards a little bit. Because there's, you know, it's obviously just scenes from the movie, but there's some, you know, border art. I don't know what these stats are. There's a shag stat. The Mojo Extractor, Robin Swallows. I mean, I watched Austin Powers a lot growing up. I've seen this movie in the theater. Yeah, so, you know, the two main stats, shag and assassinate, of course. Would you care for a suckle of my zipper? I believe here I was referring to the fact that Dr. Evil voice was Lorne Michaels from SNL. That was the inspiration, and then I picture Lorne Michaels saying those things, and I silently laughed to myself. Mini-Me before that, and then there's Shagette there. www.com.org. And then me recommending the movie to those who haven't seen it, because she is using his ass as a bottle opener. And that is my recommendation. That particular scene. Because context is needed. American Idol. From, I think this was like 2003 or so. But American Idol cards. I was so excited. It says 15 on the back of the cards, but I don't believe the pack was $15. At least I hope it wasn't. I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes of American Idol. Marquis Lynch from New York City. There he is. I've never watched it, aside from like those couple episodes. Yeah, the cards have a little bump in them for the logo. Katie Weber. Performing is in Katie Weber's blood. I wonder if that makes the blood heavier. Here's Jonah Monaunu. We all know Jonah. Here's the exciting rare card behind the scenes. So exciting. Here I am, oh right, comparing the Pokemon cards. A rare Pokemon card to a rare American Idol card. And you can see that the American Idol card, they go toe to toe. I noticed that this cardboard was double. It was like 2 or 3 cards stuck together. And it's just a tremendous waste of cardboard. Like, there's just a little tiny advertisement on there. It's so pointless. There's another, I guess, rare card. American Idol cards. Highlight of my night. Webkinz. I still don't know what the fuck a Webkinz is, but I have Webkinz cards. Farming Frenzy. you're ready to harvest some tomatoes, that's the card for you. Pirate. If you want to change your room into a pirate ship, this theme something R. Polar bear. Polar bears love ice, of course. Here's Fluffington. Known for his huge collection of Kins cash and occasional generosity, Fluffington is Kinsville's wealthiest inhabitant. Charmed, I'm sure. And if anyone wants Webkinz code, there it is for you. At this point, you can tell, I mean, these cards really are just next level. So then I decided, let me open a Pokemon pack. And here's a really rare pack of Pokemon cards. And I think that's Charizard on the cover of that pack. You can tell by the long neck and the strange proportions. That's the chase card. And anyway, so yeah, totally cool Pokemon cards here. Staryu. It's a holo. Magcargo, also a holo. Horsey, also a holo. Blaziken, holo. Grovyle, holo. Nidorino, holo. I think it's a God Pack. Trapinch, holo. Aegislash, holo. Every card is amazing and rare. Meowth. When every card is rare, no card is rare. And Excadrill. That had to have been a God Pack. Though I did notice that the quality control was a little off on the back of the cards. And even the front too, but the Pokemon Company's been kind of letting go. You can see there's, the card height, the size is even a little different. Strange, right? Some coloration issues. Like I said, quality control really needs to take a look at those cards again. But there he is. There's the Charizard. The big chase card. That's what I've been trying to get from my Shining Fates. Long neck Charizard. So at this point I'm probably going through the box looking for whatever random pack. And maybe even explaining some of the packs. For example, looking now, I have Trolls, WCW, Aliens, more Lord of the Rings, Young Indiana Jones, Dragon Ball Z, VR Troopers, which I will hopefully never open another pack of those again. But then I found Jyhad from Wizards of the Coast from 1994. So I believe this is a year after Magic the Gathering became quite successful, and I think that this was their attempt to make the next big thing. Jyhad. Could be wrong, I don't know. But night moves, so you can see those the art there. Undead Persistence, Gypsies. There's John Travolta from Pulp Fiction. There's Roman Alexander. Hell of a pose, very stoic, and also quite the jacket. Jatane St. Clair. Tusk. Like a zombie man. Fists of Death. Now that's a card. That's a hell of a card. I'm getting like almost Rob Liefeld inspiration here. The Barons. Saturday Night Special. You know, just a gun. Here's a gory trap card. It's just... okay. Enchant Kindred. I don't know what commentary I was giving. Cat's Guidance, I like this card a lot, and I also considered this for the corkboard. So I put that aside. You know, that one gets sleeved. Consanguineous Boon? Consanguineous Boon? I don't know. Illegal Search and Seizure. Oh god. Oh no. Lucky Blow? Well, if he had Lucky Blow on him, you know. Protean, Political Backlash. This one also, later there are cards that are quite similar to that one in a different way. And Flak Jacket. You know, I can't for the life of me imagine why Jyhad isn't still talked about all these years later, but Magic is. Wizards of the Coast should have had another hit. There was something Garfield on the cover of that previous pack of cards. I think, like, John Garfield made them. But then I found an actual Garfield pack. So Jennifer Love Hewitt plays Liz. So, Comic Sans there too for maximum fun. It's all about me. Ow. This is where I was wondering how big the house was. You know, the house that Bill Murray bought with the Garfield movie money. There's John. So, I think this is Garfield number 1. Hi there, I'm John Arbuckle, I'm a cartoonist, and this is my cat Garfield. Hi there, I'm Garfield, I'm a cat, and this is my cartoonist John. Our only thought is to entertain you. Feed me. And this is where I note that truly Garfield is eternal, and I understand why Garfield became a major phenomenon after a comic such as that. Garfield died here. This was the Death of Garfield episode. There you go. Exercising. Yeah, I had a little cast reading here. We got Garfield, John, Odin, Liz, Ramshackle, Limper, Vitalio, Scrape, Jean-Luc, Remsen, and Build-A-Bear. I got the names almost right. You probably couldn't hear my commentary through the crust, but trust me, the names were almost, like, perfect. The Wayans Brothers present The Dozens trash-talking card game. So it was here that I started to get somewhat nervous. And yet, I had some anticipation that this would provide me with a well-needed chuckle. A sensible chuckle as well. I thought Wayans Brothers stuff would have been like in Living Color era, but I think it was 2006. So the gum is actually wrapped in plastic, and I decided to try it. And, you know, it's not, like, hard as a rock. It doesn't, like, explode into powder. It doesn't crack like a cracker. Instead, it was just really flavorless. Just kind of weird. But still, it didn't turn into powder. That's the key. And it didn't taste like cardboard. Uncle Walnut. So, yeah, I spat the gum out very quickly. But it wasn't as bad as it could have been, like 80s gum. At least it was in plastic. I probably shaved a couple years off of my life by trying that gum. So this is how it started. Your mom is so dumb and racist, she tried to hang her color TV. So you know, like, basically, we're off to a rip-roaring start with these cards. when you immediately pull a KKK card. It's almost like last time. So then there's jokes on the back of the card. Jokes in parentheses. In quotation marks. Your mom is so fat she has to pull down her pants to get into her pockets. So you can tell the caliber of comedy that we're getting here from these cards. Mom is so old, she has Jesus in her yearbook. To be fair, I did like this one, and I got a sensible chuckle out of that, because the Jesus looked like Pit a little bit from Kid Icarus there, like a adolescent Pit. Mom is so ugly, she turned Medusa to stone, which further ties into the Kid Icarus connection. This one I didn't even read out loud, and I'm not going to now. But I considered it for the board. That art is truly something. This was perhaps the most unique set of cards that I had opened, because it's set up like a wallet. Oh, it was a Loot Crate thing, 2017. Okay. Well, I think it's just a game that you can play with the cards given to you, but it's supposed to, you know, it's kind of cool. It looks like a wallet, and there's the Scully FBI card. And this was me just trying to figure out, like, how to open the goddamn thing, because it was, like, vacuum sealed. The cards are, like, in plastic, and it's not easy to get them out. So then, the cards themselves, you get Mulder and Scully, you get some information. Mulder may select an alien, so that's a thing. And then the cards themselves are more, like the backs of the cards are all different, so I think that has something to do with how you play the game. But they're like case files, and I think it's like a very self-contained card game. I could be wrong, but it seems like you have everything you need here to play it. And there's rules as well that are included. But I thought this was kind of cool. For cards, it's cool. It's best packaging. And it fits the X-Files theme pretty nicely. And then there's the rule book, which was sticky, and again, was not easy to get out of that. I mentioned here that this poster was redone in the show many times, the I Wanna Believe thing, and that UFO is way too high resolution. But it's still cool. It's just there's no one singular version of that poster. But still, pretty cool. Rifling through more packs of cards, trying to find the next interesting thing to show. And make no mistake, there are many non-interesting things. But here's more Muppet. Muppet card is good. You learn, but you also grow. And you get to learn about Muppet, too. So there's the Muppets Christmas Carol. Miss Piggy as Venus. It just kind of caught me off guard, but maybe not as much as the naked Muppet marble. I believe that's Rembrandt. I didn't even know Rembrandt had a last name. I thought he was like the missing Ninja Turtle, you know? So some duplicates, but, you know, it's Muppet cards. You kind of can't go wrong. They're nice. Muppets make you feel better. So I found Dinosaur cards, and I mentioned that the logo reminded me of that. There was a book that I would get, like a magazine I would get weekly when I was a kid, that was Dinosaur magazine. That would have, featherless dinosaurs, of course, in 3D. So this is where I tried to pronounce, the name of the dinosaurs and see if I was correct. So I said Scuttlesaurus, it's Scootalosaurus. Skeletosaurus. Scalidosaurus. Like a kaleidoscope. Pachycephalosaurus. Pachycephalosaurus, I was incorrect there. There's a Rabdodon. And then you have, Homolocephalale. Homolocephalale. Homolocephaly. God damn it. Home Alone. Home Alone with Keith. Daspletosaurus. Even though I know how to pronounce these as of last night, I am still not sure how to pronounce them. Daspletosaurus. Ornithomimus. Ornithomimus. And then this one was the Coelophyllus. Coelophysis. So, you know what? I got it right. I swear I got it right. Originally, that was the only one I got right. I swear. If I'm not mistaken, Final Fantasy music was playing here, so I decided to open another pack of Final Fantasy cards. So first card is Freya. So I was really happy about that, to get Freya right off the bat from Final Fantasy IX. Horror of Antiquity, not sure where that's from. Mog, specifically from Final Fantasy IX. Enema. It's Emina. Dragoon. Chibi. White Mage. Thief. And check this one out. Semblance of a Gunslinger. It's Laguna. I like that card. Final Fantasy VIII Laguna. Annuo. Gekko. Steiner. This was like a huge moment, getting the Steiner card. I was EX static. Again, me noting the texture of the cards was quite nice, and how I actually enjoyed these cards quite a bit. And King Tycoon, I think that's the Amano art. So, actually, really enjoyable to open the Final Fantasy cards, even if I don't ever plan on playing the game. I mean, hell, I enjoy opening the Final Fantasy, the Pokemon cards, and I only played the game a couple times. That Sephiroth card was included whoever was kind enough to send me the packs also included some loose cards, and one was Sephiroth. So, another type of dinosaur, which I opened a pack of these previously, but I had another dinosaurs pack, and it was a good show. And there was a lot of humor that went totally over my head. But those prosthetics, those puppets, were fucking awesome. So there's the puzzle card. There's the Kevin Clash voiced baby. Sister. The boss. Before was the brother. There's the boss. The father. That's just, the Monster Hunter dude, Kutku. Getting a lot of repeat cards. But still, again, a good show, worth remembering. Probably worth rewatching, which I have not done. I thought that show was a fever dream. And then, years later, I learned that a lot of people liked it and appreciated it. Some more Pee-wee cards. The secret word is fun. So here you can make a flying Pee-wee, which is a little odd. I doubt it would fly particularly well, but I applaud the effort to do something different with cards. Again, these are not regulation-sized cards, most of them. Also, that is a very scummy-looking Pee-wee. There's Cowboy Curtis. I couldn't believe that Lawrence Fishburne was also Morpheus, because years later when I watched, you know, The Matrix and like Event Horizon, some of the stuff that he was in, I was like, this dude's awesome. Where'd this guy come from? I didn't remember having seen him in other stuff. And then years later, I'm like, oh fuck, that was him? He was in Pee-wee? Turns out I had grown up watching Pee-wee's Playhouse. Not all the time, but, you know, it was in rotation. And Larry Fishburne was a part of that. Here's Pee-wee with someone who probably works at the Love Shack, which I liked that video as a kid because it reminded me of Pee-wee's Playhouse. Little did I know what was going on in the Love Shack. And some stickers. And one of those. I still can't remember the name of it. Didn't know last night. Still don't. Of that specific type of thing. 3D holograph something. So I had some Star Trek cards. And I believe Jeff gave me these. But Star Trek cards are always good. I don't know if you knew this, but I actually like Star Trek. I don't think I've ever let this this information be known on my streams, but I happen to enjoy the Star Trek. And this is when I decided that the board needs something Star Trek related. Because I have lots of other stuff. Bands. I've got, you know, The Ring, little Blade Runner reference. I've got Pokemon. I've got video games. Scoot. No Star Trek. But I do have something. I had something on my fridge. The comm badge. And through the power of magic, the comm badge will float on the board. But will also slowly slide down the corkboard. Because the magnet on the back isn't powerful enough to hold the weight of that because it's too far away. It's designed for fabric. So then I came up with a temporary solution, which looks terrible, and will probably be changed at some point. Maybe Harrison Ford on the corkboard can hold up the comm badge. Anyway, Tokoth, I don't remember, or Tokath? Yeah, I don't remember the specific episode he was in, but I do remember the face. And I don't remember if he was like a diplomat that was also sneaky. Or is it just every Romulan episode? Played Domjot Human. Again, another familiar face, can't think of the episode. USS Oberth. Thought it was just a weird long ship. But a class of small ships often used for scientific missions. Named for the 20th century scientist. Impassable Door. Male's love interest. One of the many beautiful women who resided on the paradise planet of Ryza, Riker, loves that planet. To be fair, it is a pretty cool planet. Evacuation. Captain Picard went there on his holiday with his bulge. Not a fan of his Speedo. Captain Picard's Speedo is probably in a museum someplace. Not a fan. Just saying. Singularity. Tetrion Field. Atmospheric ionization. Science class vessel. The Federation pad, which eventually became the iPad. There's Q, the Q event. So, yeah, that's the episode Tapestry, which is a top 5 episode, perhaps. I think maybe one of the best of all of Star Trek, in my opinion. I love it. The Tapestry episode. Flowers for John Luke Pickard. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. It's wax paper, so don't expect much from these cards, but I can tell you that I grew up watching these movies and I don't remember them at all. They're just fever dreams at this point. Like, I remember there's Kurt Cobain, there's Rat, you know. But I remember very little of these movies. Birth of Cowabunga. April's Boss in a Shit. The Shredder. I feel like I should watch them again at some point and just see how much of it sparks my memory, because I was like 3 or 4. That's too damn long ago. Just a couple bros in a bathtub. No, nothing weird about it. Just chilling in the bathtub. Some homies. Here's fencing with O'Neill. Here's the homies in the bathtub again. I can't believe this normal human is just hanging out and no one recognizes that it is in fact a Ninja Turtle. The disguise is that good.
24 hours later.
And I'm back. And it's a day later. And my voice might even sound a little bit different, a little bit more tired. Okay, but we'll continue now. This was a surprising test of endurance, going through a video I had already completed and commenting on the commentary. And yet, here I am again. So this is, I guess this is a pack of Pokemon Go cards. I don't know if I showed the cover. But yeah, these also have that wonderful hollow pattern. And appear to be all bootlegs. Oops, all bootleg. Golduck, Ninetales, Bellsprout, Pidgeotto, it's very Italian, Sandshrew, Raichu. I thought those cards were legit. Imagine my surprise. Now I know how to spot fake cards just by the hollow pattern. Or they're 100% real. Oh yeah, see, look at the quality control. You know, it's wonderful. The ink is just not, it's like almost 3D. You could put on a pair of 3D glasses. Excellent quality control. The real Pokemon cards will be at the end of the video, and boy howdy. I mean, boy howdy. You won't believe it. Okay, so this is the segment of the video where I got, Magic the cards. Magic the Gathering cards. Mainly what I opened here, I think, was just the joke packs. And, one of the sets was from 2017, one was from like 2004, and one was from like 1997 or 8. And someone, thank you whoever you were, very generous of you, sent me these joke packs, which I don't believe are legal for play, unless, you know, you just don't give a shit. And the idea was that these are all just kind of funny, haha funnies. But some of these packs are fairly expensive. If I'm not mistaken, one of the packs was $25 to $30, and that's the oldest one. Unstable is the newest set, and so I have a bunch more packs of those, and I just opened this one. I know a little bit about Magic the Gathering, and as I had explained, essentially, these cards are funny because the art is funny. It's haha funny art, but also, if you know how to play the game, it'll be funnier. I don't remember how to play the game. But there was a half beaver there. I guess, here it is. Uh-oh. Dropping them cards, fumbling. Eager beaver. So, again, if I knew how to play this, I'd probably enjoy this a lot more. But the flavor text I remember being pretty good for some of these. Wall of Fortune. You need a 6. Ground Pounder. People came from miles away just to see the head of the hammer. That gets left hanging. Chipper Chopper. Finders Keepers. Like, again, I would enjoy these a lot more if I knew what the hell was happening. When it comes down to it, science is more art than science. It's like modern Star Trek, where they just say, I love science. Chittering Doom. One fateful night, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, they rose. What a nightmare that is. Half kitten, half... So I guess if you find another card that could combine with this card, you can create a Catmera. Ineffable Blessing. Hallowed be this compilation of mixed objects. I like the traffic cone wizard. That's even before What We Do in the Shadows TV show. But look at that. It's got a little silver thingy. Full Art Swamp. I really like that, actually. It's like the best land card I've ever seen. For my money. I'm sure someone would disagree, but I like it. Turbo Thwacking Auto Hammer. That seems like a good time. Auto CBT. Mandatory Friendship Shackles. That's like Portal humor. And Clue. That's the hologram. So while I don't fully understand what's happening in these cards, I can appreciate them for what they are. I have a little collection of Magic cards. I think I mentioned that, so the most cards I have are Sport card from between 1989 and 1994. I don't know if I have Valuable Sport card, but that's the most. Then Pokemon, which I collected a lot of in 99, and then again a little bit in 2007 or so, or 8. And then Magic the Gathering I collected 2008, and I had some older cards, and, you know, I have some now, so it's probably the third amount of card, aside from just trash as a category. So this is the, we're going backwards, back to the past. It's 2004, this set. I like that card. Flassify. Don't worry about it. It happens to every mage sooner or later. Standing army. They're the chairman of the board. Oh yeah, this was something I had noticed. It's a Norm Macdonald joke from when Conan interviewed him, and someone that was a co-host in a Carrot Top movie was there, and he just ragged on the movie constantly, and he called it chairman of the board. It was supposed to be B-O-A-R-D. Now it's B-O-R-E-D. Look it up, I guess. Badass, he wanders the land in search of good ass. This is Game of Thrones Season 6 tier writing. Touch and go. So, I guess the rules... Gotcha. Whenever an opponent touches his or her face, you may go gotcha. If you do this, if you do, return touch and go from your graveyard to your hand. So that's the kind of rules that you get here. All creatures by the artist of your choice get +2/+2 and gain trample until the end of the turn. So, graphic violence that card is. I enjoy that. Fascist art director. Yeah. Little meta humor. Moniker mage. Say your middle name, Moniker Mage can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn. Say opponent's middle name, Moniker Mage gains flying until the end of the turn. So I kind of understand what's happening here. But yeah, just totally insane rules. Duh. Destroy target creature with reminder text. Reminder text is any italicized text in parentheses that explains rules you already know. I don't. Dumbass. Oh, it's me. At the beginning of your upkeep, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, target opponent chooses whether dumbass attacks that turn. Troglodyte. It comes into play when... comes into play turned on, and then you have a little fake switch. That seems... How do you even keep track of that? Do you draw on it? I need to check and see if my mic is crusting now. Or is this hot tub? Wizards.com/hot tub, what? I should have checked for mic crust before, but we're gonna check now, so... Hello. It's good. Mic crust is not here. Pygmy Giant. Pygmy Giant deals X damage to target creature where X is number in the sacrificed creature's text box. 487, you're welcome. There's a land card. I like that the card actually came upside down like that. It was just packaged like that. So you reverse the order of the turn with that card. So I like those better than the most recent set. I think the rules were more creative. Some of the art was funnier. The concepts were dumber. I was gonna make a Star Wars or Star Trek joke, but I... Does anyone want to take shots? I mean, because no one wants to take a shot right now, right? Blade Runner? It's for the best. Alright, so Team Spirit. Due to some late night partying, the chicken missed the group photo. That's a shame. Well, there's the chicken. Stand up, flap your arms, cluck like a chicken, Mesa chicken gains flying until end of turn. So this is the earliest joke set, I think. I could be wrong. Deadhead. Put Deadhead into play, use this ability only if opponent loses contact with his or her hand of cards, and only if Deadhead is in your graveyard. I'm back from the dead, the zombie. Something, something. I like the peace, necklace. Gazban Ogress. The person who won the most amount of Magic games that day gains control of it. If more than one player has won the same number of games, something, something, something. Clambassadors, I like that. I'm a fan of the Clambassadors. Sorry we shelled your village, here's some gold. Double deal. Pretty, standard. Flock of rabid sheep. And their bleeding was like a wet salmon slapped upon the land. Slap, slap. Harmlessly passing their time in the grassland away. Urza's contact lenses. They come into play tapped and does not untap during its controller untap phase. Again, barely even really know what that means. Incoming. Each player searches his or her library for any number of artifacts, creatures, enchantments, and lands and puts them into something. Again, I don't know. Forest. And yeah. So yeah, I like the Swampland card the best from the new set, but the middle set there was my favorite. I guess this is me showing you that, yes, there will in fact be some Shining Fates card opening where I will get more Ball Guy and or Coughing. Or do I get the Charizard? Or something almost as good? Just wait and see. I remember. Today I'm a little tired because I did falsetto vocals as high as I could go for a thing. We're working on LP5, and falsetto can really kind of fuck your throat up a bit. So, I mean, we got what we needed, but it was a process. You would never think that kind of thing would happen, but it does. It do. I guess at this point I'm digging through my box of cards and looking for interesting stuff, and yep, I found interesting stuff. And I have Shrek cards. I had previously shown my collection of Shrek cardage at some other earlier juncture. And I told you that we could, artificially flood the Shrek card market with demand. If anyone wants, we can still do this. I'm just saying. We can make Shrek coin and back it up with actual cardboard. So Shrek the Third, I don't know if this is the movie that people dislike, but I know the first movie was pretty Shrekcellent. Second one people love. I'm gonna watch that one day. I don't know if the third one is considered good. I think it is. And then the fourth one is the one that people don't like, right? Artie saves the day. Here's Donkey as voiced by Edward Murphy, who was one of my heroes growing up. Both, weirdly enough, both as a comedian and an actor, because I liked his movies so much. Just all the way through, like, 1999. That dude had quite the run. Grand Entrance. I don't even know what these scenes are, but, you know. One day, maybe. I just know enough about Shrek and the ancillary characters through the internet more than I have. I've seen the first movie like 1,000 times, but that's it. That's as much Shrek as I've got in my life. Come on, Vinny, flip the damn cards faster. Cock Ogre. Oh, no. It says Ogre's Rock. It's just reversed because tattoo. That was me trying to figure that out that whole time, I think. Here's, the special card. It's Stink. Gonna go ahead and sleeve that. There you go. It has a scratch here, and it actually did smell like wood. I mean, cards are made of, like, pulped wood, but it actually did have, it weirdly was accurate. Even after all these years, it retained the stink. The Pinocchio stink. Is this me smelling it? Yeah, it is. King Harold. Frog. I don't even know what the fuck frogs are. High school. Zoomy Zoom. Zoom. McDonald's cards. I will say this. My reaction was, okay, so I think Final Fantasy music played here. And that's why I'm opening this pack. But my expectations for the McDonald's pack was very low. Very low. And I thought it was just going to be McDonald Land characters. And that's it. Anyway, Final Fantasy. Again, Larsa. Cyclops. Yang. Non-Hollow. Black Mage. Warrior of Antiquity. Summoner. Arborist Simulacrum. Don't know where some of this stuff is from. Quistis, or Quistis, I always said, but Quistis I think is how you pronounce it. I think the music that was playing was actually Final Fantasy VIII music while I opened this pack, so it was perfect. Logos. Renoa, so extra Final Fantasy VIII card. Bergen. Rubicante, who's the Italian villain of Final Fantasy IV. Again, I don't know if those cards are still getting, like, purchased, and they're still making more of them, but I like them. It's just hard to know how card games could have legs when there's so many card games out there, and you still have the big three just with a commanding presence, which the big three, as you know, it's Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think I said one of those wrong. It's Pokemon. There you go. Pokemon cards. Hey, Tone, we're gonna jack this truck of Pokemon cards. So here's the McDonald thing. Hamburger University. This is where I threw a dig at real colleges, I think, and made a joke about how Hamburger University is probably just fine. It wasn't much of a joke. It was stupid. But apparently, it was in the basement of a McDonald's in Elk Grove Village. Now, I expected McDonald Land here, but instead we get information about Dick McDonald's, the birthday boy, and they offer college courses at McDonald University, or Hamburger University. Weird, right? McDonald's cheeseburgers, delicious advertisement. So, You get some trivia, you get some information, you get some, like, actually kind of informative about the, you know, the slop that gives you gas. Grimace, this was probably the most surprising card of the night, in a way. I had no expectations for McDonald's card, and instead, we get a plastic card that is totally unique from anything else I've opened so far. With a see-through background. Amazing. The finest 10 minutes ahead. The very finest. I know it's fun to make fun of fast food. Everyone has their easy jokes about the fast food industry. And I mean, fair enough. I have no love for it, but listen, sometimes some shit just ain't open. Or sometimes you just want a quick burg. And the clown meat is available. I'm not above a bit of clown meat. Sometimes I wish I was. Who's Ronald's fuzzy green friend that visits on St. Patrick's Day? Here's McDonald's in Japan. And, I guess I'm just reading the card now. Yeah. 1971 in Tokyo. McDonald. So, again, weirdly informative cards with some effort put into them. Unlike the McDonald's games. So, I don't know how many packs of the Star Wars Galaxy cards I have left, but these were some of my favorites. Because if you missed my previous card openings, this is a set of cards from 1995. Which means it's before the universe was expanded. Even before the special editions. What I mean by expanded, I mean officially. This is all, like, original series and extended universe stuff. Like the novels, the games, just art from different artists. It's really cool stuff to see where Star Wars was in 1985. There was Salacious Crumb. It tells you some information on the back as well. Here's, kind of looks like the original Clone Wars cartoon a bit, but yeah, it's like the Return of the Jedi scene where Luke swipes at the speeder bike. And Tim Eldred made it, apparently, and I don't know, so it'll usually tell you what it was for. There's some gold on the bottom, so you know it's special if there's gold. Second volume of the Jedi Academy trilogy, Dark Apprentice. Luke faces his most brilliant student, Kip Duran. Kylo Ren? But yeah, it's I know that the sequel trilogy did take a little bit of inspiration while wiping the slate clean. And now they're revisiting a lot of that stuff, like Thrawn and everything. So that's some pretty cool art. Return of the Jedi. A Bodis Ripper or action adventure novel. Famed illustrator Drew Struzan had it both ways. So that's pretty cool. Drew Struzan did the cover, the poster art for Indiana Jones, Star Wars, even Blade Runner shot. And he's legendary. Love his art. It's a Lucas Art gold thing. Star Wars Rebel Assault. Best-selling action arcade CD-ROM game to date. Realistic 3D rendered art. I don't remember this card, and I don't know what it is. It's
Truce at Baccarat? Again, I have that book, but I don't remember making it very far or reading. I might have read the whole thing. It's hard to remember. I don't remember it. Also really cool art. John Pound was the author, the artist here of this particular piece of art for Mad Magazine. So pretty good. No hollow Millennium Falcon, but still quite enjoyable. Listen, there are no McDonald's cards. Okay, Dragon Ball card game. The pack is devoid of any ink. It's just black and white. So colored ink. But New Kids on the Block. It's just, there's so many types of cards. I have a lot of duplicates, too. Like, I may have 3 or 4 different New Kids on the Block cards, and, you know, truthfully, you open one. Do I need to open the rest? Like, the, you know, some of the stuff like Little Shop of Horrors, I know I have like 4 or 5 packs of that. I just think about the production run of these things and how many thousands or millions of units were made and how many sat on store shelves unbought for many years. And it's mind-blowing. And then they make their way into my life. And I probably won't open some of them, and I'll just have a bunch of random packs of cards forever. Retirement fund. Speaking of, this pack only has 1 card. And it's awesome. Shatterkick SS2, or 55-2, as I said in the video. Son Gohan. 55-2. But I mentioned, yeah, that's like Pokemon level of shiny. They really stimulate that dopamine with this particular card. Again, if you sent me cards, you know who you are. Very kind of you. It's just, I don't know your name right now. And there's multiple people. Last video I read several names of people who sent me cards, and truthfully most of these are left over from that. So Powerpuff Girls, I actually watched a number of episodes of this. That was just before I thought I was too cool for cartoons. Because, you know, your friends would make fun of you if they found out you watched Powerpuff Girls. Truthfully, great show. And then one of the villains became a member of the Gorillas later on. But, I don't even remember. I know there's a Powerpuff Girl named Bubbles. But otherwise, the cards are just, you know, some quotes. Some screenshots. A little comic book. Well, this is more just like a phone call, I guess. I mean, the art style is very distinctive. Splatoon 3 confirmed. And another one of these cards. It moves. It animates before your very eyes. Appreciate the effort. So the New Kids on the Block, I was hoping to get a rare Marky Mark, but I never did. For those that don't know, Marky Mark is actually Mark Wahlberg. You may know him from the movie, Ted. And Ted 2. And I think Ted Talk, which was a sequel to Ted 2. Bad joke. That's what you're here for. Ted was really not that bad of a movie, in my opinion. I watched it one time, I liked it. Okay, but anyway, There's some 80s fashion if you ever needed a reminder. There's Danny, he's a dreamboat. There's a new kid on the block, whomsoever that may be. Oh, it's Jonathan. Yo, be the best you can be yourself. Totally not written by some guy who wanted to make the new kids, you know, wholesome. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I don't even know if you can show that on YouTube, truthfully. This card. Yeah, there's Danny, Jordan, Jonathan. I don't know where Marky Mark is. I'm really confused. Maybe he wasn't in New Kids on the Block and I invented like a different boy band he was. I don't know. There's my favorite New Kid on the Block, Helmut. They love to spend hours rehearsing the latest dance steps, so they look tough on stage. Yeah, tough. Clever Jonathan. Oh, man. That was a good face on the funny guy. Jordan's quite the comedian. He cracks up the new kids on the tour bus with his impression of Elvis Presley. Just a bunch of, you know, chill dudes, just being normal. Just hanging out, looking normal in the late 80s, early 90s, you know. It goes Beatles, New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys, that guy, and now K-pop. Listen, I'm a music, I have a major in English. Oh wait, never mind then. So I'm wrong. So you can't go wrong with Star Trek cards if you're me. If your name is Vin. It's not Vin. And so I like these cards, and I decided to open more Star Trek. Klim Dokachin. Intruder Force Field. I remember that episode because they were kidnapping people and it was a weird episode. But I was happy that they were finally caught. Weren't they jittery? Like they had like weird movements. Speaking of weird movements, the other day in my head I saw someone, and in my head I thought, wow, that's a strange walk cycle. In real life. Dilemma, parallel romance. Dilemma, abandoned plotline. Dilemma, a forced romance. So, I'm not gonna even try to read that out loud. I didn't then, I'm not now. But it's a fish that they teach in Enterprise School. Not the Babelfish. Antimatter spread. Here's, Howard Heirloom Candle. Really batting 1,000 with these cards. I'm sure I had some delightful commentary regarding this card, which is why I'm talking about it for so goddamn long, right? Definitely. This has to be the most amazing commentary possible. Thine Own Self. This was a good episode where Data forgot who he was, and it was interesting. Always the fun fish out of water episodes. Data excels for those types. Latinum Payoff. Gold pressed Latinum, which cannot be replicated. That's why it's so valuable. Look at this. Another of the same card. Targ. Interphasic Plasma Creatures. Dilemma Outpost Raid. Yellow Alert! And another duplicate. Really not a great pack at all. That candle apparently was the most interesting card I got. Toxic High School. I opened a Toxic High School pack previously. And, of course, it's disgusting. These are the cards that were a very specific period of time that you can just like guess the year based on the card. It's really quite interesting. Behold. School chef, he puts a little bit of himself in every meal. More, yeah, he's just wringing out his underwear into the pot. A little bit of an exaggeration, but I mean, you know, cafeteria lunch, right? Am I right, though? Here's some fucking puke, if you're interested. If that's the sort of thing that strikes your fancy, these are the cards for you. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I taking so long to show the rest of the cards? Am I having difficulties? Math class, solving a brain teaser. Yeah, there's just randomly someone from the film Coneheads. I think Dan Aykroyd himself is in that class. I don't know why he's there. What is he doing there? But, yeah, there's the funny text on the back of the cards, too. So, cutest boy, head cheerleader, future senator, class cut-up. Oh, you card. Arno Fleck Rip. So these cards are, like, Joe Piscopo tier humor. You know, people getting, you know, murdered in a plane crash is absolutely, like, it's hilarious, right? The first thing I thought of when I saw that was D.B. Cooper. I saw the art, I was like, oh, D.B. Cooper card. But no, it's just, you know, a bunch of kids dying in a plane crash for some reason. School librarian, shh, quiet. A lot of detail on that card. The card is too small. It needs to be like triple the size so I can see. There's that one again, I guess. Yeah, it's funny texts. So, that's Toxic High School. Trash can trolls from Tops. As if I didn't hate troll dolls enough. But let me tell you and you me, that trolls were already gross, and then they tried to do the Garbage Pail Kids approach, and now they're even fucking grosser. Really. I mean, take a look. It's in a book. LeVar Burton will be hosting Jeopardy. Guest hosting. He should get the gig, though. Melton Mel. That's, yeah, just troll doll wax melty. Here's some more disgusting stuff. Fountain Jerk Dirk. It's exactly Garbage Pail Kids. Siamese Louise. I mean... Electric Bill. Louise Bees? Stuffin' Steven. I like how the insides of this thing were just, like, demolished by that basketball, and the toes are the things that we see getting, like, popped off. Yeah, so those are the disgusting troll doll cards. Topps really has quite the back catalog. Hell, they're still making Garbage Pail Kids, so gross out humor is apparently... They're still doing it. So, I got these Burning Shadows cards, which I found out... Again, there were some chat members kind enough to send me a couple packs, and then there was a couple that I had, you know, stockpiled. But Burning Shadows is a Sun and Moon set. I think it's the second expansion. I could be wrong, but 2017. So they're not cheap. There's the Sword and Shield base set, and then 4 Shining Fates, which, as you can tell if you've opened, or if you've watched my other opening videos, I like those cards. They have good pull rates, good dopamine. But, Burning Shadows I was most interested in because I wanted to see new cards. I wanted to see what the pull rates were like. And it is a really good set of cards, Burning Shadows, if you're a Pogi fan. I think most Pogi card fan acknowledge that it's a good set. I'm apparently loving that electric energy. Eldegoss. Dartrix. Gym Trainer. So yeah, this is the first Shining Fates. There he is, my boy coughing. That smug face. Cacnea. Gossifleur. Snom. Trapinch, Reverse Hollow, and Professor's Research. So the first pack of Shining Fates is a bust, but there are 3 left. And remember, the Charizard is very expensive, Douglas. And there's a lot of other cards in that set that are very desirable and nice looking. So first pack of Burning Shadows. This is the first pack of Burning Shadows I've ever opened. And again, like I've opened other sets that had cool art. Hidden Fates is probably my favorite. Hidden Fates does real, like, nice art, and it does justice to Gen 1. And it's also really hard to find because it's scalped so much, but yeah, anyway, Seadra, Bodybuilding Dumbbells, Acerola. Again, I remember a lot of this stuff from my Sun and Moon playthrough. Meowth. Who the fuck is Meowth? Oh, there's my Meowth pins up there. Meowth Persian, Alolan Meowth, Alolan Persian. Stuffle. I liked Stuffle when I played the game. Pansage. Krogunk, I used Krogunk. Good Pikachu art. That's a good Pikachu card, I like that one. Reverse Hollow Charmander, so pretty good. I'm a fan of that. And this was the first big dopamine of the night. Gold. It's an item. It's a trainer card, but it's gold. It looks nice. I have several gold cards by now. I have 2 actually, so that's 3. That's my 3rd one. But yeah, Reverse Hollow Charmander and that. So I don't know if the pull rates are better in Burning Shadows, but what I can say is that that was a good pack. And again, I like the vibe and art of that set. And it also does not have coughing. Okay, it probably does, but not the exact coughing that we've been looking at the entire time. So now I'm, you know, just making sure that that card is safe. And I'm using one of the sleeves that's not frosted and gross. One that actually, you can see the detail of the card much better. An older one. I think that one's Champion's Path. Which I received several of from the kind gentleman from Saudi Arabia. So here's the base set for Sword and Shield. I'm not sure if this is a popular set. I've opened a couple packs of this, like 2 or 3. And I think I might have gotten like 1 decent card. It's hard to remember. But yeah, just base Sword and Shield set. You get the balloon from it. There's Pokekid. Eat More. Chinchou. I like that Diglett. There's Ferroseed. Goldeen. Who the fuck is Goldeen? Roselia. Reverse Hollow Nickit. And Cramorant. Fucking bird. So no luck with the Sword and Shield. I'm gonna just go ahead and spoil. The next Sword and Shield pack also sucks. Now, that may be a bummer to hear, like, because it's kind of a spoiler for, you know, me opening cards. And the whole point of this is you don't know if I'm going to get good cards, right? Well, check this out. The next pack of Sword and Shield base set sucks. Or does it? Hmm? Huh? You know what they call me? Chairman of the board. There's Energy, Eldegoss, second Shining Fates pack, Tropius, Luxio, Shinx. We've seen these 1,000 times. Nickit, Rowlet, Trapinch, Weasel, Wacky, Reverse Hollow, and Boss's Orders. 2 out of the 4 Shining Fates. Very bad. So then I said, you know what? I'm gonna go for the Burning Shadows. I like that Burning Shadows pack number 1 so much that I had to go for Burning Shadows pack number 2. Leaf Energy. That's what it is, Leaf Energy. I know what I'm talking about. I'm an expert. Electric. I like the art when it's like that. For any of the cards. I've enjoyed that art. Simisage. Here's Noctowl. Pampor. Hansage. Esper. I remember art of Esper. Lots of Esper art. Sock. Sock. There's Noibat. Reverse Hollow Alolan Vulpix. Also pretty cool. And wait for it. Wait for it. What is it? It is Darkrai GX. I don't know what the hell a Darkrai is, but boy, that card is shiny. How do they do that? How do they make it so shiny? Magic? The power of money? And lots of it? In any case, that's 2 for 2. I had 2 Burning Shadow packs. That's 2 for 2. So pretty good odds. Shining Fates pack number 3. Is this the one? Is this going to be the one? Electric Energy. Rusted Shield. Luxio. Wacky. Morpeko. Eevee. Gossifleur. Yanma. Snom. Yanma, again, Reverse Hollow. And Celebi, but no full art. No shinies. Just another bummer pack. I don't know how true it is, but I heard that the first pressing of Shining Fates had better pull rates. I don't know if that's true. So before we do the last pack of Shining Fates, there's the Sword and Shield base set again. And like I said, this one sucks, or does it? Psychic Energy, Thwacky, Lucky Egg. That's what I need right now. Dubwool, Mawili, Mawile, Gossifleur, Goldeen, Diglett, Reverse Hollow. Oh wait, Skorupi? No, that wasn't Reverse Hollow. Reverse Hollow Goldeen. And Masharna. So yeah, no, it did suck. one more pack of Shining Fates. Now, is this last pack magic, as they call it? Set those code cards down. We're going to find out. Water Energy. Rotom. Eldegoss. Tropius. Cacnea. Cufant. Eevee. Weasel. Yanma. Professor's Research. Reverse Hollow. And, nothing. Manaphy. That's the worst. That is literally the worst Shining Fates cards I've ever had. Like, I think it's rare to get pull rates that shitty. So that's, in and of itself, quite the accomplishment. But yeah, that's pure trash. 4 packs. And nothing. However, here are some cards from the Detective Pikachu film. That, the person who sent me some cards, some packs, also included. So these are pretty cool. I mean, it's stills from the movie, but the 3D is grown on me quite a bit. And they're hollow cards a little bit. And it's a reverse hollow Hidden Fates Coughing. That's what... Yeah, I'm at that level now where I can kind of just tell, based on the art, for a couple of these sets, which set it is. Only a couple, though. Like, Hidden Fates Coughing, I love dearly. So, so of course I'm gonna know what that is. But yeah, those are the Pokemons for this particular card opening, and it was, truthfully, demoralizing. But my Pokemon addiction has slowed down. I know that there would be Kappas right now, but the truth is, yeah, I mean, I bought and opened some packs, and I was actually sent some packs by people, and I opened them, and then I saved a bunch for this particular opening. But when I did Hidden Fates, I found a tin. I got 2 Mewtwo's, and I really like those cards. So I think those are actually worth a little bit too, but again, I don't plan on actually selling this stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's fun. The hobby is still scalped to hell and back, and finding retail price is still a crapshoot. But if I'm if I'm exploring in Brooklyn or in the city or Jersey, and I happen upon a place where I might find a cards or 2, I'll take a look. And sometimes I get lucky and I find some stuff, but other times it's still just shitty scalper prices, and, you know, I might buy like 1 or 2 packs. So the other thing this new set of Magic the Gathering came out, Strixhaven, and I bought a couple packs of that just to see what was happening because I saw them, and they're pretty cool. Like, I like the art a lot. So the full art stuff is really good too. Island, Environmental Sciences. But yeah, I opened like 4 packs of these total. Spiteful Squad, and I think they're really cool. Again, I don't know how to play Magic anymore, but if I needed to, I have the cards now. Silver Quill Campus. Plum the Forbidden. You can see the rarity there. That's right there where I'm pointing. Mage Hunter. So that's silver rarity. Access Tunnel, also silver. Here's Draconic Intervention. There's gold, and it's got the thing there. It's there. It's thing. Silver. Velomachus Lorehold. Awesome Elder Dragon. Putrefy. There's the full art. Or Borderless, I'm not sure what they call them for Magic, but I do really like the art on this one. It's good stuff. And there's a holo as well. Tend the Pests. It's not, like, as dopamine-inducing as some of the other stuff, but I guess it's more designed to be played. Can you believe that? I actually ended up getting one of the rarest cards from Strixhaven in one of the packs I opened. And apparently it's a very good card. Let me see if I can recall the name of it. Best card, Strixhaven. Let me look this up real quick. It was... Hang on. While I'm grabbing a pack to end the stream with, or, well, stream, you know, the video with, or, you know, while I was, God, tense is weird because this happened already, but yeah. I'll see if I can find the specific card that I got. Maybe if anyone here is a Magic head, they will, be jealous. Decision 92 Election Special Wild Card, including Billionaire Ross Perot Special Subset. Belladros Witherbloom, I got. Borderless version. Apparently it's a good one. But yeah, oh boy, these cards. So, they're stuck together. Which I think I made a joke about, oh look, it's Bill Clinton. Yeah, he's blowing into a saxophone. He, you know. Again, I don't really know who these cards are for. But it's just like senators and politicians for election night. Oh, it's Christian Bale. Possible Republican VP selection. So yeah, there's old Dick. A different Tricky Dick. They wouldn't see him as a possible VP until Do you think there's conspiracy theories about how we had a president named Bush and a vice president named Dick? Or how in The Sopranos one of the characters is named Dickie and there's another one named Big Pussy? What's going on with that? Oh, anyway. Yeah, so, not as extreme as maybe the terrorist cards, but I managed to get an abortion fucking card. You know. Again, not sure who these cards are geared towards, but... Yeah. Nice, nice card, thanks. Yep. Dial D for democracy, that's Ross Perot, I think. I only remember, can I finish? Can I finish? Dana Carvey's impression. That's it. I don't have any other, just ears and can I finish, that's it. Cleveland. Primaries and state conventions. Quail Murphy Brown. I think that's the dude that misspelled the word potato and was thus disqualified and murdered or something. Times have changed. I'm just saying, I don't really remember a whole lot. I was 7 in 1992, but I remember the dude misspelling the word potato. There's the card checklist. You know, in case you need to complete your collection. Gotta catch them all. Bush on issues. Healthcare. I mean, he jogged. It's good enough, right? I don't know a whole lot about politics, politicians' policies, but I do know that if you jog, that's good for your health, right? It's also relatable. It shows that presidents are not reptilians and they have legs. So I think that's it. There's the big stack of cards. Unfortunately, redoing this commentary was kind of a nightmare. Oh, check this out. I like this. Spock Heroes. Slip mat for your record player. got that at a record store fairly recently, and I love it. But yeah, here were the some of the more interesting finds, all of which were considered for the cork board, not the chalk board. I already have Smeagol by now looking up at the ring, and yes, Harrison Ford is now on the cork board. That I still am considering putting on the cork board, and I may do so. So, it's a good card. What can I say? But yeah, what a shame the audio was corrupted. But I tried to get the commentary as close to what I remember as possible, and maybe offer some additional insight. And, Johnny edited out some of the slower points, and I hope you enjoyed. I want to say thank you again for sending me all this stuff. I don't know how often these card videos are going to happen. If you watch my RimWorld video, you know I'm slowing things down, taking a step back, to the point where I'm not even really going to be checking my emails. It was a contact form anyway for the past several months, but the point is, I'm just going to do my thing and focus on me. And I'm just kind of, I don't need to be Mr. Famous Streamer Man right now. What I want to do is enjoy the summer, get my shit together in terms of, like, you know, cleaning, doing the things I neglected because I was busy streaming every day, and just figuring out what I'm doing for the next album. You know, and it's going very well, the next album. And, yeah, so anyway, the point is I'm not going to be checking emails in regards to pretty much anything right now, and that includes sending me cards. So what I will say is I have enough cards. I'm good. And I will also say thank you so much for, you know, all the requests over the past however many months to send me more cards. But I'm good now. And hopefully we'll get another decent and fun card opening in the future. So, once again, thank you. Take care. And I'll see you around whenever I see you. And stay safe, and best wishes, everybody. And remember, you take the time as well and enjoy the upcoming nice weather. Well, if you're on my hemisphere, but and I hope that everyone manages to have a better summer this year than we did last year. That's my hopeful goal. Okay, take care, everybody, and thank you for watching. Until next time. I don't have a catchphrase, do I? Oh, it's like yow, right? That activated my Alexa and scared the fuck out of me, somehow. Alexa is now explaining the word catchphrase to me. Dear God. I'm unplugging it tonight. That's it. You hear me? That's it. It's over, Alexa. That was really fucking scary. Okay, goodbye.